Mr. Executive, a man claiming to be Rod Serling is here to see you?
Oh, God, it's not one of those hobos in a Serling's Day mask, is it?
No, sir, he's surprisingly normal. It feels weird. Should I call security?
No, I've come to welcome death in all its forms. Send the man in.
Okay. Mr. Executive, it's an honorable pleasure to see you once again.
It's good to see you, too, again. Do you have this week's script?
Indeed I do, Mr. Executive. I've taken the liberty of etching its collective into a handheld legible format. That format I am handing to you now, in this office.
Right. Rod, are you okay? Your, everything is a little off.
If there is but one thing of which I can assure you, it's that everything seems off in the Twilight Zone.
What? Rod, are you trying to pitch me a show that we're already producing?
Maybe. I'm not really sure where the last Rod left off.
I knew it! Well, half of me thought you were a different person, the other half presumed I had finally snapped, and I killed my secretary and then myself, and you were St. Peter gently explaining to me that I was dead.
Oh, that would have been pretty good. But that's not what happened.
I know that's not what happened. Look, just tell me what happened to the real Rod Serling.
I am the real Rod Serling.
No, the old Rod.
I think I'm older than him by a few months.
Where's the Rod Serling I saw first? The one I bought the show from, the one who's consistently in my office each week, ruining my life.
The man you know as Rod Serling will soon be gone forever. And for now, I am Rod Serling. The show will continue as it has. No names need be changed, and no time need be lost.
Gone forever? What's gonna happen to him?
When the sun rises blood red, and the moon sets green with envy, the birds will sing a song of elation. For the task which should not be done will have been completed, and the world you once knew will now be known as the Twilight Zone.
Great Gatsby's ghost! I think I finally understand. Are you telling me that the cult that Rod Serling started has mutinied against him, and now has plans to sacrifice him at dawn to turn the world into a TV show?
Perhaps a Rod will be sacrificed, or perhaps a Rod will be doing the sacrificing. Maybe these words are a distraction from a dance we call life. All I can say is, all will be revealed at the execution.
They irritate the irritated, flex perplexities, poise puzzles, magnify mysteries, impose inquiries, and coagulate quandaries. But more importantly, they ask one question.
Why would you make this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome and thank you for listening. This is Why Would You Make This, the only podcast to completely ignore its main character's death and then just shift focus to something else.
Yep.
Leaving you to ask the question, why would you make this? I am Jimmy Time. I'm joined by my co-host, J Delta Wagwan.
Wagwan.
Yeah, all right. And that's all the hosts we've ever had.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Nope.
It's only ever been us two.
That's true.
That's right. Never a third co-host.
Nope, and that third person didn't somehow go to Boston for some reason that he never explained. So we watched Execution.
Yeah, we did.
The 26th episode of the first season of The Twilight Zone, which first aired April 1st, 1960. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
April Fool's Day.
Oh! Joke was on us, huh?
Because there was only ever two hosts. There were the third host. That was an April Fool's Day.
Never happened. Yeah.
That was a prank.
What a prank! Yo, 125 episode prank! What a payoff, guys! Woo! Oh my gosh.
Got him good.
Got him real good. Wherein? Do you have it? Did you write it down? No?
What?
What happens in the episode?
Yeah, it's where a guy gets, a cowboy man goes to the future.
Yeah?
Yep. Here, let me read the description right from Netflix. Oh, here we go. Season 1, episode 26, in where a cowboy man goes to the future and is confused by a strange world and meets his comeuppance.
That's probably what Netflix says. Let's go to Netflix and see. What does it say? In 1880, as Outlaw Joe is about to be hanged, he's teleported to the future by a scientist who gets a rude surprise when he tries to
Send Joe back.
Oh, send Joe back. Yeah, I guess that's about what you said.
Yeah, that's the source version of what I said.
Sure, right. So yeah, that's I guess what happened. Let me get that out of there. So hot debate.
Hot debate.
Oh, it's so heated.
Yeah. Are you gonna make it through the rest of the season 1 of the Twilight Zone? Hot debate.
That's the real hot debate. I think people really want to know if they should invest their time in a show that's not even going to pan out.
Yeah, I think we got 10 episodes left.
Do we really?
I think it's.
I don't know.
Yeah, 10 more episodes.
I heard that the 35th episode is easily the worst episode in the whole series.
So we got to make it at least that far.
I guess we might just skip to it. Like, I don't even know how we're going to do this.
I don't remember that one. Ooh, now I'm looking forward. Only 9 more episodes of looking forward to that one.
Yeah, I'm slightly looking forward to the one named A Stop at Willoughby. What can happen in that one? So yeah, that's how that debate went.
Yep.
It was so totally heated.
Did we come to a
A
conclusion?
conclusion, I think it's the
won?
obvious one.
Yeah, we're making it at least till episode 35.
And there's 36, so who knows if that last one's gonna happen. I'm pretty keen on bailing. All right, so I guess if we're just telling people the truth,
Might as well.
might as well go to the truth hour. Without the third host just shouting train noises, we don't know how to start. Isn't that the truth?
Hold on. No, there's nothing.
There's nothing?
Yo.
Yo.
Ooh. Not even Truth Man is answering the call. This is scary.
I mean, I don't even... Maybe this is the real truth.
Yeah, the truth is, there's no one there to give you the answers.
Oh my god.
The truth is, there's no one who's gonna guide you through life.
No, that can't be real.
There's no big answer to the mysteries of life. The truth is, Truth Man was in us all along.
Oh, I'm the truth.
Yeah,
You're
we're all the truth.
Everyone's the truth.
That's right.
The truth is.
You just say it and it's true.
The truth is I'm dying.
Oh, that ain't we all. That's the real truth.
Yeah.
Oh, from your mouth to what you call God's ears. But I mean,
I don't think he's listening.
God.
All right, that's enough truth. Let's go on to the history of truth. March 27th, the last regularly scheduled service of a passenger train powered by steam engine in America took place when Grand Trunk Western Railroad ran a route between Detroit and Durand, Michigan.
Yo, people were still riding steam engine locomotives in 1960.
Oh my God.
Although, to be fair, we don't have high-speed rail in the U.S. So we've always been behind.
Yeah, but that's because of an ignorant choice.
Yeah.
That's not because of a lack of technology. Actually, that's probably why we still had steam engines, because 1950s people were like, yeah, but the Wild West was so cool.
The interstate. Oh.
Wait, what? The interstate.
You think they're just doing a throwback to the Wild West?
Yeah, they just love the Wild West, that's all.
So some man came into town and was like, look, we can build a regular, one of these new fashion railroads that get you places nice and quick.
Mm-hmm.
But you remember those cowboys?
I mean, look, if we invest all our money into, like, newer public transportation, then where are the robbers gonna go? into society. And look what happened. They're everywhere now. And where are the steam-powered trains? Gone.
If there's one thing I learned, we lost all the trains and all the streetcars because Judge Doom's evil company, built the interstate highway system.
The interstate highway system?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what Roger Rabbit taught me.
Eisenhower
And Judge Doom,
and Judge Doom.
which was his vice president, of course.
Of course. That's how it works. Every president has to have a supervillain vice president.
Yeah.
At least if you're Republican.
Well, yeah. Well, no, usually it switches back and forth. Sometimes the supervillain is the president. They switch back and forth.
That's true. It's the truth hour. All right. So anyway, March 31st, several hundred political prisoners incarcerated since the Hungarian Revolution of 1956 were released as a part of a second amnesty in the Kadar regime. I don't know nothing about that. I couldn't even point out Hungary on a map. So April 1st, the 1960 United States Census began. Officially, there were 179 million people in the United States, or residents anyway.
All right.
Yeah,
That's
'cause-
really the first time we decided to count.
Yeah?
Yeah, apparently it took us almost 200 years to be like, maybe we should figure out how many people we got.
And did we probably still skewed those numbers like they were
This is definitely estimates,
if
right?
you're Puerto Rican, don't send them in or something like that.
Well, I mean, I think it's more like the census man knocks on your door and you just peek through the window and I saw one guy peeking through the window, so I guess just mark it down for one.
Mark it down for one. That's how many eyes are coming through the peephole in the window. Well, there's one in that window, there's one in that window, and there's one in the peephole, so 3 people.
All right.
Because they can't stretch their eyes that far. It's not like it's a giant head living in that house. Oh my god. Yo, and again, April 1st, the United States launched the first weather satellite, the 270-pound Trios 1 from Cape Canaveral at 6:40 a.m. The name was an acronym for Television Infrared Observation Satellite. The same evening, satellite weather photos were introduced to the world on television for the first time. What?
Yeah.
They've never seen Earth in the form of weather. Man, yo.
Ooh, imagine seeing the top of a cloud for the first time. What? It looks like that from the top too?
Wait a minute! Where are the angels? Conspiracy!
Oh, no, wait, no. The angels must just be above the satellite.
Oh, they're on higher clouds.
Yeah, they're on higher
Oh,
clouds that
okay.
are, right? Because it goes sky,
Right,
clouds,
right.
I guess more sky,
yeah.
then space for a bit.
Oh,
Well, probably the moon.
right.
But then just past the moon, there's
Mm.
more clouds.
It's
and
cloud.
That's really
It's and then it's probably when you really think about it, it's probably like reverse hell. Because you know how there's 7 levels of hell?
Mm,
It's probably that's what Cloud 9 is. There's 9 levels of heaven,
got it.
and you can't even get up to there.
Also, I think it took the astronauts 3 days to get to the moon.
Yeah?
So I'm just saying, the whole Jesus, he died. It took him 3 days to get to heaven and back.
Oh, so
right?
heaven's on the moon!
Well, I mean, at least moon adjacent. It's it might be opposite orbit, but it's up
I
there.
feel like they would have seen it. It's probably in the moon.
In the moon.
That's why all the astronauts that went to the moon are still alive. So my
You
birthday,
said it, yeah.
it's the truth hour.
Yeah.
You can't dispute the truth. My birthday, Ninja. I don't know how you feel about this, but you were a male in your last earthly incarnation. Yes, you were. You were a male born somewhere around the territory of Quebec in approximately 700.
All right.
And you were either a digger or an undertaker,
Yeah. All right.
which is, I thought was the same thing.
Well,
But I guess one is the outside Undertaker and one's the inside Undertaker.
Yeah. The Undertaker does the stuff, to the body,
Uh-huh.
and the Digger does stuff the body goes in.
The Undertaker does stuff to the body, and then the digger gets rid of the body. Yeah. What a team! Yo, for real, no joke. Why did the Undertaker in WWF not have a digger tag partner. Or he just dug all the graves for him.
Oh.
Yo, that seems like it's like
Yeah.
he had the pallbearer.
Yeah.
And that's like the what do you call it? The home guy.
The pallbearer.
Well, yeah, but he's also whatever. What's the home? The mortuary home? What do you
Oh,
call it?
the funeral home.
The
guy.
funeral home. Holy
Yeah.
shit! Yeah, he's like that guy who's like, "Oh, come in, folks. Everything's fine. It's
Yeah.
the dead people are in here. Your family is
no, everything's fine. They're still dead. It's fine.
No, don't pay any attention to my zombie Undertaker. Your family is still dead. I won't be using any of that on them." Yo, that was the real heel of that situation.
Yeah. Wait. So you could bring Grandpa back? Well, I could.
Yeah.
But
Then he'd be an unstoppable killing machine. And then how would I make money off of my Undertaker going after the World Wrestling Federation title? I mean, I'm not just going to create contenders for him like that. I'm not a moron. I understand my market base. Which makes sense. Because of a brief psychological profile of that past life, you were a person with huge energy, good in planning and supervising. You weren't just a garbage man, you were Chief Garbage Man, or Chief Undertaker.
Chief Undertaker.
That's-
Chief Digger.
Where was that gimmick? Hi, Chief Undertaker.
Remember when the WWF got real desperate and all the gimmicks just turned into Undertakers?
There was the Garbage Man Undertaker.
I remember him.
There was
The policeman Undertaker.
Policeman Undertaker, right? The Chef Undertaker,
Mhm.
right? The reverse Undertaker, who was just the Undertaker but in red.
Yeah.
That was bad. But we also liked it. I don't know why.
The dentist Undertaker.
Just Undertaker, right? There was the Ninja Undertaker.
Mhm.
There was the Bird Undertaker, who I guess he thought he was a bird. I didn't really get that. I didn't really understand that.
That one was weird.
That one was weird. And then there was a race car Undertaker. And then Giant Undertaker, of course, the best one of them all.
Yeah.
The Giant Undertaker. He only undertook large projects. So lessons that you learned from your past life was that you were bound to solve problems regarding pollution of the environment, recycling or misuse of raw materials like bodies, like human bodies.
Yeah.
Elimination of radioactivity by all means, including
What?
psychological methods.
In 700, you were worried about radioactive material.
But you got rid of them using your mind?
Well, you just dig deeper. Oh, that's what I'll do. I just dig deeper. I thought through the problem.
I psychicked away some problems. Oh man, and then I've never noticed this before. I've literally never copied that part of the website.
Oh.
Can you remember who you were? Please call in to our number, 555 Truth Man. Way too many numbers. Extension Man.
Yeah.
It's still too many numbers.
Well, no, that is.
It's
is not enough
555
for the
Truth.
Truth.
And then the H is the extension, and then man is the number of the extension.
Okay.
Okay, just dial H when you get our line.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to
The best hour.
our favorite hour. The Troy McClure. Oh my god.
Dope.
Hello, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such wild, wild west adventures as Guns and Alcohol. I put them both in my mouth. Or Hang 'em High at Noon. Or Low at Midnight. So long as someone dies. Today, we're here to talk about justice in all its forms. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, so we have, this was directed by David Orick McDearman.
Yes, it was.
It was.
And that's all we need to know about
That's
him.
it? Nothing else we need to know.
No, not
Okay.
Fuck that guy.
This was written by Serling based on a story by George Clayton Johnson, who also wrote Logan's Run, Ocean's 11, and one of the segments in the Twilight Zone movie. All right.
I do not want to remember which one.
You don't know?
No, I
Okay.
forgot. There's only like 3.
Oh.
So it's one of them.
Pick one.
Uh,
30, 33, 33, 33.
Yeah, that one.
Those are your options.
Oh.
I would say, 50-50.
Yeah.
33, 33, 33. So we also have Albert Sammy, who plays Joe Caswell. You remember him from Escape of the Planet of the Apes? Oh, the 1971 Escape of the Planet of the Apes. Who's E1? Is that one of the monkeys, or
No, that's one of the CIA agents interviewing
Oh my
one of the
God.
monkeys. Yeah, I know.
that was so he was like a cameo in the first 5 minutes, like
no, because it's
Escape from. So
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So no, he's interviewing
Right.
Cornelius, I think, one of the main monkeys. Because Escape from the Planet of the Apes, I think they go back in time, and they capture him, and the CIA is like, "Tell us what you know, monkey."
Tell us, monkey. Tell us everything you know. How do we know which bananas are good?
Oh, the color. Huh.
Well, also smell. You say?
Yeah. Yo, I bought perfectly yellow-looking bananas.
Nope. Artificially yellow.
Ooh, they got me good.
Mhm.
You know when you go to peel a banana
And a snem step.
and it just like
bends and,
it just
and
bends.
mushes the banana. Yo.
And then finally you pry it open, and just as it starts to peel, like the peel rips away.
Yeah, and the
and
whole
you-
banana just goes. Like, you're just like, yo, I can't believe that banana was like, I'll commit suicide before I let you eat me, son. No, it's not happening.
Oh, that hurt. I mean, eating the banana, which was rock hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it hurt my teeth.
Oh my God, that's rough. You ever eat a banana in front of somebody, and so you're just like, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna get weird with it, and you just snap the banana in half, and that's how you open it? Yo, if you open a banana any way other than peeling the tip, people will have words with you. Let me tell you, they will ask you what your life is like.
Yo,
Yeah.
I can't wait next time I'm gonna eat a banana in front of someone to just grab it and snap it and like hit a mean flex at the. Oh, which half first?
Yo. So yeah, Sammy Albert, Joe Caswell. He's in play in 1971 Escape from the Planet of the Apes, the 1980 Caddyshack, and the 1982 to 83 series Dallas. That was really only. Oh, that was all he was in it for.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
long that was. Okay. He died in April of 1990.
Mhm.
Rustle Johnson. What is this block of text you have
I'm
here?
sorry, but I had
He
to.
plays Professor Mansion?
Mannion.
Mannion?
Even though we never hear his name.
None of that's right. So you'll remember him from the 1955 This Island Earth,
Mm-hmm.
the 1957 Attack of the Crab Monster,
Oh yeah.
and then what? Professor Roy Hinckley Jr.
Mm-hmm.
in Gilligan's Island, The New Adventures of Gilligan's Island, Rescue from Gilligan's Island, The Castaway on Gilligan's Island, The Harlem Globetrotters on Gilligan's Island, the animated series Gilligan's Planet, and one episode of Alf. So he's the professor.
He's the professor. And
Okay.
I looked at this guy, and as soon as I saw him, I was like, yo, that's the most professor-looking man I've ever seen in my life.
Typecasted again, man.
Yeah, and now I realize it's probably
It's
because
the professor.
Yeah, it's the professor. Also, did you know the professor from Gilligan's Island had a name? Professor Roy Hinckley Jr.?
I thought Roy Hinckley Jr. was like a musician or something.
That's
Like,
the guy who shot Reagan.
oh, what? Wait, no. Who is that? John Hinckley Jr.?
I don't know. Mark David Chapman.
That's not right.
No, I think that's the guy who killed Lenin. I don't know. Some white guy.
I'm almost positive that's like a serial killer or something like that. Yo,
Yeah.
are you sure you didn't just accidentally type in the wrong name or something like?
No, I double and triple checked that because literally I
Yeah.
was like, yo, find me one episode of Gilligan's Island where someone's like, hey, Roy, or hey, Professor Hinckley.
Professor Hinckley Jr.?
Yeah, fuck out of here.
Yo, so he died in January 2014. Like, oof.
He milked that role for everything it was worth. I guess if someone's gonna play your role, like you might as well get that money for it, right? You're not gonna let someone else get that animated series 1980s money.
Mm-hmm.
John Hinckley Jr.
There it is. Yeah.
That's it.
I know that, yo.
So that was Roy's brother.
I was just gonna say, how fucking pissed do you think he was after he got off that island? He's walking around, and it's either that guy on the island his whole life, or that guy who shot the president's brother. Like he, like forever. He's trying to be like, do you have any idea how many things I invented with coconuts? I invented over 700 objects with coconuts, and
And then you shot Reagan, right?
Oh! I'd rather be the island guy. You're that guy that invented three-ways, right? All right, so again, a character that was not in this film, this show, because we never heard this name. Than Wyn?
I don't know, man.
ThanWyenn. Than Wyn. Oh, that's his real name. Thought that was the character name. He played Paul Johnson. No, he didn't. Again, that name wasn't in the movie either.
It was in the closing narration.
Was it? Oh, right. Whatever. He played Zorro. No, I'm not even going to try to say that name, but he was in the 1958 Zorro series. The 1980 TV movie Enola Gay, The Men, The Mission, The Atomic Bomb. That's the end of it, right? Not Mr. Ambrose. Mr. Ambrose is the next character he played in Splash.
Yep, there's a comma.
Yeah, but
The Atomic Bomb and Mr. Ambrose.
Well, because there's all commas. Like,
oh, okay.
Whatever. He died in January 2015. Let's full cast cruise it. Yeah, move on. Start it. We're starting it. Hit the film reel. So we get the opening narration. Commonplace, if somewhat grim, unsocial event known as a necktie party. The guest of dishonor, a cowboy named Joe Caswell. Just a moment away from a rope, a short dance several feet off the ground, and then a dark eternity of all evil men. And then the dark eternity of all evil men. Mr. Joe Caswell, who, when the good Lord passed out a conscience, a heart, a feeling for fellow men, must have been out for a beer and missed out. Mr. Joe Caswell in the last quiet moment of a violent life.
This is one of those openings where I just want to spit right in Sterling's face. I hate it.
I just that religion part where it's like, yo, shut up. Really? God has a plan and he's all powerful, but I'm like, oh, peace. I'm out.
Conscious.
Not for me. No.
And God's like, all right, well, have fun anyway.
Have fun at the bar in heaven. Because apparently, even though it's heaven, you still need to get drunk. Woo! That's rough.
Well, what people don't tell you is like, all right, you work all your life, right? You die, and you get to heaven, and you get to St. Peter. St. Peter's like, oh, okay, oh, and what'd you do? Oh, so you worked in insurance. Great. Well, we have an insurance position opening up right over here, and you'll be working in that position the rest of all eternity.
Okay. I thought
so. No, you need a bar in heaven.
You need a bar.
Yeah, this is just training for the actual job.
I thought it was more like you get to heaven and you're like, here, I'm here for heaven, and they're like, all right, cool, but you gotta wait. Take a beeper, go sit at the bar. Like there's some people ahead of you who are trying to get in first, and there's a list.
Yeah, you're gonna have to wait for someone to leave.
When it flashes, you can come up. Oh, it's buzzing, but I got a real good conversation going with this guy right now. I don't know if I'll wait.
I'll wait. No,
let them go. Let them go. Yeah. All right. So we're in the Old West. There's a group of men preparing to hang Joe Caswell. He rejects the last rites, and yeah,
get out of here with your religion, preacher man.
It says I'd kill him. If I had the chance to kill him, I'd kill him again. I don't care. He's trash. He's a trash man. He deserved every second of it. The victim's father wants Caswell to suffer the whole time. And again, in that thing, silly religion. where he's like, "Well, come on, we got to do the last rites," and he's like, "I don't want them," and I was like, "Well, we're not gonna let you rot in hell." Like, imagine that. Imagine if you were like, "I reject you, God," and some guy was like, "No, he doesn't, God." yo, woo! You got no right. He didn't mean that. Yeah, he's silly. He's being silly, God. He didn't know what he's talking about. He's scared and lost.
Oh, you didn't. He said psych after. You didn't hear him say psych? People still said that back then.
Yeah,
not now, but in the 1800s they still said that.
That's where it came from, yeah. So, yeah, and the victim's father wants him to suffer. Caswell says he'll jig like a puppet if that's what you want him to, and he calls the judge evil, because, who's he to judge people?
Yeah. What was he, a judge?
So that's ridiculous. So they hang him, and the camera pans over to his shadow, so you don't actually see anything hanging. But you see the man hanging from a rope, and all of a sudden the body vanishes and the rope stays. The onlookers are like, "What the?" Yeah, looking up at the actual rope, being like, "Oh my God, it's gone!"
Everyone turns into that guy.
Don Knotts.
That's him. Whoa!
My old fried brain can't even make old fried references. Like, goddamn. Deep fried my brain with too many memes. I can't meme anymore.
Ooh, but those boomer memes are so good.
Oh, they'll show me by, I don't know, setting fire to their own house. Yeah,
right. Yeah, but they got me.
They got me good. I don't need socialism. I set fire to my own house. Like, you showed me, man. You really showed me.
Share my stuff. I'd rather destroy it so no one enjoys it.
Yep.
Really? That seems.
Nope. I learned a lesson there. Now I know better. So yeah, blackout. And we move right on. No sponsor. Nobody cares. Caswell awakens with a stranger in a lab coat standing over him. Caswell can barely talk, and he asks where he is. The professor tells him he's in New York City. He was brought there 80 years in the future by a time machine.
Yep.
So Caswell is the first time traveler ever.
So, I mean, I have a lot of problems with this.
Right.
First of all, so it's clearly a time and space machine, right? Because it's moving him through, from one part of the country.
Oh yeah.
To another.
There was no desert in 1980 New York City.
No.
Yeah.
But
also that tree wasn't that high.
Yeah. Also, how did the professor strach this one guy out of
yeah, that's
just magic science?
Magic science. Yeah, that was another thing which interests me, which I was like, oh, I've never heard this iteration of a time machine before.
Where it just picks a random person and bloop, plucks him out.
Without any explanation of how that happens or why, or he didn't look him up in a book or
look him up in a book.
Or yeah.
Oh, in New Jack City, where they're like, oh, we can pull Emilio Estevez out of the car wreck because we know exactly when he died.
Yo, I have no idea what New Jack City is about. Holy crap, dude.
Me neither.
Yo.
I just know that happens and Mick Jagger's in it.
I legit thought it was two gangs fighting each other in Detroit.
Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking Free Jack.
Oh! Woo! Okay. Holy shit, man. Yo, you got me good. You got me good. I was legit gonna watch New Jack City when you went home and be aggressively disappointed when nobody went into some weird Matrix time travel device. It was just Wesley Snipes running around calling people sucker the whole time.
Woo.
Free Jack City.
Jack.
Free Jack City.
It's got Jack in it.
It's got Jack in it. Oh, the movie Jack. Right. With Robin Williams.
Rob Williams.
He's a kid the whole time.
Yeah, except his brain time travels. Well, no, his body time travels, but his brain stays a kid.
Oh. Also, there's a gang war in there.
Yeah. And Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger, yeah. So, yeah, Caswell's a time traveler, and Professor casually notices, or subtly, I should say, subtly notices the the rope burn around Caswell's neck. Oh, what is that? So later,
What? Like, all right.
yeah, all right,
Yeah.
just anger and rage. Fine.
Yeah.
So later, the professor dictates what he has learned about Caswell into his talking machine. Tape recorder. That's it.
Tape recorder.
Yo, I'm not that old. I don't know what that is. What's a cassette tape? That's not how you used to pirate music back in the day. Caswell lied about his origins, obviously. This is what the professor said.
Yeah.
The professor lights a smoke and notes notes about the rope burns and says that he doesn't like his face. Caswell walks in and he seems overwhelmed. The professor offers him a smoke. Like, I wouldn't even say overwhelmed. I would say, like, caveman-esque.
Yeah. Like,
He's just like, like,
which, I mean, he's looking at, they're like glass vials and stuff.
yeah. I mean, that stuff existed.
Yeah,
back
glass
then.
existed.
Yeah. I mean,
and-
it was probably very rare, I would say. A man like
Yeah.
him probably didn't come across that very often.
All right.
But even still, he looks at the cigarette like, what the heck is that? They had cigarettes.
They had cigarettes. He's amazed by the lighter. They at least had matches
Yeah.
in the 1800s. Fire out of thin air. Oh.
I wouldn't be surprised if they had lighters too, to be honest with you. Like,
Probably.
probably like a very crude version of, but I don't know. Whatever. Fine. Moving on from this. Yeah. So he's impressed by the lighter, and he's like, "I want to see the world that you told me about. I want to see it right now." And he's like, "All right, it's right behind this curtain. Get ready, because it's once I open it,
There's no going back.
there's literally no going back." So the professor opens the curtains, and lights and noise come blaring through the world's greatest soundproof
Yeah.
curtains. Holy crap. And they just get louder and louder, and Cadwell's like, "Ah, turn it off, turn it off."
Dude, you would think this guy has been in a soundproof room his entire life
Yeah.
and just heard sound the first time.
Yo.
His head is about to explode.
It is. So the professor asks Caswell about right and wrong and justice. You know, after he's having a splitting headache, let's
Yeah.
talk about that one thing he's worried about. Yeah, this will end well. The professor suspects he's been hanged, and that he brought him forward. And he's been hanged when he brought him forward in time. Caswell says he killed a man. Excuse me, killed. Well, he did kill a man, but he never mentions that. Actually,
Yeah.
he just goes back and he's like, "I killed a territory full of men, and I'll do it again. I love it. It was great.
Fitty man.
Fitty whole man. What turned me into a half man?" The professor says he's gonna have to send Cadwell back to the rope.
Yo,
'Cause
you
he can do
don't. You don't tell him that.
No. Yo, I'd be like, "Look, this is not gonna work out. I'll send you back somewhere else," but
Yeah.
and then you send him right to the rope.
Boom. Got him. Yeah. Oh, hey, look. I know you just told me you killed a whole territory full of people. Morally, I'm not okay with that. So if you don't mind, just step back in the machine,
Yeah.
and I'll just hang you by sending you back to that rope. If you don't mind, just step right in.
I mean, I don't have any understanding of what could possibly happen next at all. The guy assaults the professor, like 100%. He beats the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And
Imagine waking up in a room and a scientist is like, "Hey, I brought you to the future. Ooh, but never mind. Go fuck yourself. You could die. I'm punching that guy. I'm
Yo.
fighting him.
yeah,
I'll fight a scientist."
I'll fight a scientist. I mean, what are the chances it's like some weird, super strong future scientist?
Yeah. Ooh, but it is like the 50s, 60s. I think in comics, that's when they were like experimenting with themselves.
Oh,
and-
that is like ample Bruce Banner time, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
He got lucky. He got lucky this was just regular nerd
It was
science.
regular. That's true. Could have stretched right around him. So, yeah, he beats him with a lamp, and then the professor went for a gun. That's
His science
when he
gun.
beat him. Yeah, science gun. So the guy beats him to death with a lamp, and then takes his gun. And as he is doing all that, the tape recorder knocks over, and he's like, "I don't like his face. He seems evil.
Yeah.
I don't like his face. He seems evil." It doesn't repeat like that, but it would have been better if he did that. And then Castle's like, and runs away because he's morphing into a wolf man. Like, yo, like honestly, except for that part, the acting was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought the acting was all pretty good.
Yeah. No,
I know I almost said awful. That was wrong. It was amazing. That part though was awful. He was like morphed, and then so basically he doesn't have good exaggeratory emotions. Like when he reacts to the sound, he's like, ah! Like, that was not good. The fucking him being horrified bad, but the him like I killed 100 men. I was like, yep, that's you, man.
Yeah,
That
might be the direction. No, more crazier,
Okay.
more like a wolf man.
More Wolfman-esque. Just that's like the old director who only directed like Hollywood monster films. Like, no, give me more Frankenstein-y. Give me more Frankenstein-y. Right. No, mummy it up. You're really wifing it right now, and I need less wife. I need more thing from the Black Lagoon.
Yeah, just a little more creature from the Black
Yeah,
Lagoon.
That'd be it. Less wife, more creature. he presumes everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Less wifey, more creaturey. No, Abbott and Costello, out! Get out! Not on my set! That's why he doesn't work there anymore. He didn't want to work with Abbott and Costello. They were like, well, you gotta go then.
Yeah,
guy,
you're not gonna work with these guys.
These guys are fucking gold. So yeah, the Caswell runs away from the comments and we get a blackout. All right, so we'd like to thank our sponsor, Postmortem Messages. You may be gone, but Postmortem Messages will make sure nothing goes unsaid. Reveal your darkest secrets, or just tell your friends and family how you really felt about them with Postmortem Messages. Good enough.
Yeah. Woo! Yo,
Yeah.
I signed up just yesterday. When I go, everybody's hearing just the worst trash talk they ever heard in their whole life.
When I go, I'm going to send a tape out to everybody that tells you that we had a kid together and I aborted it. Yo.
Oh,
That'll hurt. They lost us both. No questions answered. Ooh, that's rough. I'll do it though.
I might tell people I have gold buried somewhere. Give them vague hints.
There you go.
My whole life I spent collecting this treasure and I never got to spend it. But if you could find it.
Yep.
Ooh.
Send out a purposely broken tape. Like the gold is buried at.
Oh!
That's just how the recording went out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we come back, and Caswell staggers through the streets, bumping into people, overwhelmed by the lights and the noise and the flashing sirens and the cars, or the horseless carriages, as he calls them. He enters a phone booth, and he hears the phone ring, and he picks it up, and he's like, "Wah!"
Yo, is this how phones worked back then? Did you see what happened? The lady's on the phone.
Yeah.
And hangs up. The phone starts ringing again. So he's like, what the fuck is this? And picks it up. And the operator is like, hey, you went over your time. Give me a quarter.
I guess. Yeah. Why would they lie?
That's the wildest shit. Imagine trying to get money back at a payphone. An operator's just like, hello? Like, does the next person you say, the last person went over. So you're going to have to pay an extra quarter before you can use this.
That's why payphones don't exist anymore.
That must be it.
Everybody got too cheap. So yeah, he accidentally closes the door behind him, and because he doesn't know how a phone booth works, he just he puts his feet on one wall.
I thought this was great.
Yo, and he pushes his way out the other one. Yo, it was amazing. I loved it. Holy crap. Like, the parts where he is a straight up animal are great.
Yeah.
Yo, he is flawless at that. But the emoting part. Yikes.
So Wolfman.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Nailed it.
Ooh. All I'm saying is, if you want this guy in your movie, put him on all fours. So we go to a bar, of course. Caswell staggers through the doors. Although, it's really just one door. It should be saloon doors, but it's not. And he smashes the jukebox right away because he's like, what the heck is it? Stop all that noise. And the bartender's like, well, what a night, pal, huh?
Yeah. This dude has his jukebox smashed, what, twice a month?
Well, I mean, jukeboxes cost 8 cents. we poop them out at night. Like, it's just, they don't cost a thing. Like, holy crap. Nobody cares.
What's a jukebox cost? Well, same as a beer. So which will it be, pal?
Yeah. They're like, well, you're gonna have to pay for that. And Caswell takes his gun out and puts it on the counter. And he's like, it's just so noisy. I need a drink. And the bartender's like, yeah, just take them all. I don't even, it's fine. It's fine. And what is this? The bartender asks if he's been on a star.
He said, oh, you all right, pal? You been on a star?
Yo, what does that mean?
I can only think of the Bruce Willis song.
Nope, but
Yeah.
okay. Not Frank Sinatra at all. It's Bruce
Yeah.
Willis.
Yeah,
Literally called Swinging on a Star.
that one.
That one that you can't
Yeah,
remember.
written by Bruce Willis.
Yep, that's, of course. Written by Bruce Willis in the middle of an art heist.
Written by Bruce Willis, performed by Bruce Willis and Danny Aiello.
Why would you lie to us? So, yeah, he tells him to sack down for a while. And, yeah, he complains about the noise and all the horseless carriages and the lights. And Caswell notices a weird black box on this. And
What
he's
is
like,
that
what is
thing?
it? On the button. Like, oh, you never seen one of these? Hey, let me turn it on for you. He turns it on. Of course. It's a Wild Wild West duel. Oh, boy, here
Yeah,
we
he
go. The Old
literally-
West.
Literally tones it to the Old West Duel channel.
Right, and for some reason, the Old West Duel channel, literally, the Cowboys looking into the camera going, all right, partner, get ready to draw. And it's like, what VHS video game is this? Where, like, you roll the dice, and it's like, play second 10 through 20, and you fast forward to that point, and it's like, all right, now lasso the Rustle beans. And you're like, I don't know how this game works, dude. Yo. I don't understand anything about this game.
Yo! What? Lasso the Russell Beans. Oh.
Yo, put that on a shirt. Yeah.
I was bewildered by the VHS game.
It gets weirder.
It gets weirder.
Yeah. Lasso them Russell beans up, son. Yo. Oh man.
It's just a cowboy lassoing cans of beans. Games were real exciting back then.
Remember them free roaming cans back in the day? They would just roll across the prairie.
Yeah, I mean,
You gotta lasso up some Russell beans. So, yeah, it's the Old West Duel channel, and Caswell doesn't realize that, and he shoots the TV, and the bartender's like, oh my god, police!
Yo, you can break
Police!
my jukebox, but if you shoot my TV,
You could break my jukebox. You could pull a gun out in my bar, but if you shoot my television, I will shout for the police, presuming I'm louder than a gunshot. Yo, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, so he runs outside and he runs through the streets and shoots a random driver
yeah, right in the face.
right in the face. Yo, this is the only part of the whole show where I was like, ooh, that's too real. Ooh, that still happens today. I don't like that. Yeah, and then like I don't know, has a heart attack or something, just like falls to the ground.
He like collapses to the ground and like just lays there for drops his gun, is laying there, and then we just fade out to later.
Yeah, which was misleading to me because you hear the police whistles and the sirens,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I thought maybe it was supposed to indicate either maybe exhaustion or maybe he got so drunk from glugging and all that alcohol. But I don't know. He just jump to. He's just walking around, having a good time. Goes back to the lab.
How does he get back there?
Yo.
Of everything, I find this less believable than time travel.
Right.
Him finding his way back to the lab.
Yeah. In a city that he's never seen before.
Mhm.
And yeah, he didn't know. He ran out in a panic of every place he's been in.
Yup.
How?
Ooh,
It's already night. There's no setting sun or something. You can't see any fucking stars in New York City. Like,
Nope.
There's no way. Yo, I have no idea. So Caswell begs the dead professor for help. A man with a gun just walks in, and he's like, I'm gonna rob this science lab. Yo, honestly, like, as little sense as him getting back to the place, this makes no sense to me. Like, they just went on a straight up roller coaster ride of nonsense. Like, I was like, what? Is he gonna sell beakers? Like, I don't understand. What, is he gonna strip copper out of the wall? He brought a gun.
Yep.
What is he gonna shoot? What is he, like, oh, you know, labs? They've got petty cash boxes lying around all the Yo.
It's gotta have a wall safe, right? Don't you think? It's gotta have a wall safe.
Yo, I don't, so the robber holds Caswell at gunpoint while he looks through the drawers, and, he gets distracted, like, you know, starts talking shit.
Yeah.
And then Caswell just fucking grabs the gun, grabs the robber, tosses him over to the desk.
Yeah.
Fucking they fight, but unfortunately the robber brings him over to the window, ties the curtain string around his neck.
Despite the robber being, like, way shorter,
Yo.
way scrawnier than Caswell, I do not believe for an instant.
Again!
This
and
guy
I
would've
went
won.
even less believable where this skinny, scrawny guy kicks the shit out of the rough, tough. He looks very big cowboy. Like,
Yeah.
he looks like he's 6'2" or something. Like, the guy looks huge and jacked.
And
like,
because he's lived his entire life as a cowboy.
yeah.
Like, motherfucker has never slept on an actual bed in his life.
And this fucking guy who walked in a suit
Yeah.
and loafers, casually tossed around a gun, like 100% a New York Guido gangster, was like, yeah, I can kick the shit out of this guy, no problem. Like, I just choke him with my wire. I'm fine.
Yeah. That's it.
And he did it.
Yeah. He hits him with, like, a knee to the gut. Bah. Kitchen
Yeah.
sinks him. And then chokes him with
And
a curtain string.
Curtain string. And we follow the robber as he just looks through more cabinets.
Yeah.
And then he walks over to a computer panel and presses a button, and nothing happens. And he presses another button, and one turns on. And then he turns a switch, and something else turns on. And then he sees the machine in the center of the room, the time travel machine, and turns on. So he goes in, and then it closes.
Yeah.
And he panics, and some flashes happen. And then we go back to the Old West. And now the robber's hanged.
Yeah.
And that's the end. Well, I mean, the onlooker's like, wait a minute, that's not the guy we were supposed to hang. Cut him down, quick. And they cut him down, and they're like, oh no, we hang an innocent man. And that's it. That's the end.
Yeah.
We get the closing narration. This is November 1880. The aftermath of a necktie party. The victim's name, Paul Johnson, a minor league criminal, and the taker of another human life. No comment on his death save this. Justice can span years. Retribution is not subject to a calendar. Tonight's case in point in the Twilight Zone. Yo,
Hated it.
I
Awful.
was shocked. I skipped over, but again, more disbelief that the guy who was supposed to be hanged went into future, fought a guy, and that guy essentially hanged him.
Yeah.
He choked him with a rope, and they didn't mention that at all.
Dude, I thought, like, they fight, he throws him into the window,
Yeah.
the window breaks,
Yeah.
and he starts rapping him.
100%.
Dude,
And he tosses him out the window. Yeah.
You push him, and boom, and, like, that's it.
Oh, yo. Yeah. I didn't understand why they just decided, no, we're going to follow this guy into the past now. And, like, 100%, I think they wrote a good story, and he was like, yeah, but the Twilight Zone's weird. Let's just make it make no sense.
Yeah.
Like, yo.
But we have to bookend it with the old what?
But why? Like,
Yeah.
100%, I understand why, but also, why didn't you just write something better?
Yeah.
Like, like, if I'm going to ask obvious questions, I'm going to ask all of them. Like, yo.
And again, like, the fact, like, that he goes back to that he finds his way back to the lab. He gets beat up by this guy half his size.
Yeah.
Who's there to rob a science lab.
Yo.
Like, because it's not horrible. Like, I'm with
Yeah.
the story.
Yeah.
Like, up until the point, like, he shoots the random driver in the face.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Ooh.
yeah, oof, this is horrifying, but I'm buying this.
Yeah.
Because this is how a fucking terrified
Right.
Old West dude yeah.
Yeah.
And then he collapses, and unless the rest is a death hallucination,
Okay.
then I have no idea what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. That's the only thing that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. That would. Whew. All right. Let's go to the tropes and morals. The moral was that justice can span a number of years, but not really.
Yeah.
The tropes is we have bookends where the story begins and ends the same way. So the story began with the execution and ended with the execution. Fish out of temporal water, somewhat reconstructed as a poetic fate worse than death for Caswell. Sorta.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyway.
it's the fish out. Cowboy in the modern New York. Isn't the horrifying
Right.
future worse than death?
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, I can see that. We also have Jerkass has a point because Caswell's a fucking dick murderer,
Yeah.
but also he makes a point when the people are like, what about justice and right and wrong? And he's like, yo, you fucking go starve in the streets, son.
Yeah.
See how hard it is to fight for justice and shit. Like
When it's you and another guy and there's only one can of Rustle beans, I am beating that man to death. Those Rustle beans are mine.
I'm gonna lasso his neck and take me some Russell beans. Yo. I fucking love that I said that. Oh my god, that was nonsense. That was straight up nonsense. We also have laser guided karma, which is Caswell finds out to his horror that he doesn't know how to get home to his time, not without the time traveler who he's killed. And then not long after, he encounters a petty thief who strangles him to death.
Yeah.
And then
The karmic justice is
whatever,
just
yeah.
so
It's so specific.
so specific, so precise. And then the other guy gets hanged and
Yeah.
all the worst parts.
Yeah. It's a stereotype of a trope. So why would you make this?
I couldn't find anything on the production. I could just think Serling found a short story he liked and decided to ruin it.
Yeah. That happens. This may have been one of those things you have to read in an autobiography or something. Like he went to a party or he met a friend's son or something like that, or some guy at a bus stop was like, "Help me," and he was like, "I'll give you 8 cents and ruin your career."
Take all the credit.
Except for the bad ones. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's about justice. So maybe Serling had something stolen from him. He was like,
I'd hang that son of a bitch.
Hang him for stealing my bike tires. I'd hang a whole territory of men for stealing my bike tires. All right, so much of the equipment, like the dials and all the science machinery and stuff like that, were used in the Forbidden Planet, Satellite in the Sky, and World Without End.
Yo, back then, they just reused all the same background shit for every movie.
Yeah,
Why
why
not?
wouldn't you? Yeah. So the next episode is Big Tall Wish. The man who lives in this tenement is an aging fighter named Boley Jackson? Boley? Yeah, Boley. Booley?
Bully.
Booley. I'm going to go with Booley. Named Booley Jackson. Over the hill at the age 36.
Ah! Oh!
Yo!
Woo!
Oh my god. 4 years and I'm dead.
Oh, no.
Woof. Oh, no. Over the hill. So that means it gets easier. You just roll down it, right?
Oh, that's right.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just go limp
I don't
and let gravity
Yo,
take its
I don't have to
course.
fight so hard anymore. Thank God. Yo, I feel like I've been walking uphill my whole life. Good.
36.
And
All downhill from there.
yeah. Oh, there's another hill behind that one.
Oh, no.
Because now you live to 80.
Ugh.
So whatever. The man who lives in this tenement is an aging fighter named Booley Jackson. Over the hill at age 36 from leaving too much of himself in too many arenas for too many years before too many screaming people. And next week, he looks for a miracle and he finds it in a little boy. On the Twilight Zone next week, The Big Tall Wish, something very, very special. I hope we'll see you soon.
I do not remember that episode.
Okay.
So I'm going to guess the twist is somehow he figures out a way to turn the kid into a grown man and teaches him how to fight and exploits him as a fighter. Teaches him to fight or something.
Okay. I'm going to say Freaky Friday.
Yeah, okay.
It's Freaky Friday. And the kid dies. And then he feels bad. Yeah, in the ring, and the guy's like, "Oh, I'm glad that wasn't me."
Which is apparently how you interpret feeling bad.
To each his own. All right, let's go to these old plugs and credits here. VictoryProWrestling.com.
Victory Pro Wrestling returns live to Cineries, Long Island, New York, October 26th.
Oh, man.
For the Monster Mash. Ugh, what a horrible show name. But whatever, there's going to be Halloween-themed stuff. Tito Santana will be there. What? Really? Yeah, apparently. He will. I didn't book him. But somebody did, and he'll be there. And you can see him live in Victory Pro Wrestling, Center Long Island, New York. VictoryProWrestling.com to buy tickets.
They don't call you salesman Delta for nothing.
Right.
Oh, boy, you sold the hell out of that.
That's right.
Oh, man. Yeah. Word on the street is Tito Santana could be doing anything from standing outside while his partner does all the work to waiting in the back for the 10-minute promo to end. So he can come out and hit his forearms.
That's right.
I mean, the possibilities are endless, so long as you consider two possibilities endless. Because those are it. Come buy a t-shirt from an aging man.
Woo, please.
He needs it. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. I don't know. Maybe he's doing well. Probably not if he's here.
Yeah,
Probably not if he's here. There's no way he's in the same place as me and doing well. There's no way. Yeah, we'll probably have a match on the show. Yeah. That'll be good. Okay. So yeah, VictoryProWrestling.com. If we didn't discourage you from any of that.
No, you should check it out.
No, it'll be good. We'll a puppet will probably mock an old man.
Yep.
And then do some very, very light race play.
Oh my god.
And then a Latino man will come out and just kick the shit out of us.
Woo! Maybe.
And then I don't know. We'll talk to Rose. Maybe he'll like dump some ice on you and be like, "How did that take that? That's there's the ice I like." Or, I don't know, something like that. Make him political and get fired. I don't want to work there anymore. You don't want to work there anymore. We know what the out is.
All right.
We already know what the out is.
Yeah,
Just
we do.
make fun of the whites.
Yo. The whites. You can make fun of everybody but them.
Well, I mean, yeah, the white family has a large investment in the company.
Yeah,
You're not really allowed to make fun of that, yeah. So yeah, VictorProWrestling.com, October 26th. Tito Santana were there. WWF. Well, WWF. Whatever. He'll be there. He's not booked. He'll just gonna be hanging out.
Yeah.
Just being bored. All right, now there, VictorProWrestling.com. Why would you make this? That's still not the website. WWYMT.com. Holy crap, where you can listen to all things Why Would You Make This, or also download episodes if you don't like using the various podcast apps like Google Play or iTunes, or go to the YouTube. We have a Twitch now.
Yeah,
Search Why Would You Make This, and you'll find it, and then you can watch the clips we have of us playing
Alfred Chicken.
video. Yeah, specifically Alfred Chicken.
And
Yeah.
Super Alfred Chicken.
Yeah.
And Alfred's Adventure.
Delta loves his Alfred Chicken.
Woo!
Also, there's a clip of me berating J Delta for having no understanding of how video games work while playing Krusty's Funhouse.
I figured it out.
Yeah, after you gave you a hint.
You throw it on pies.
Throw it in five. Intro music is Falling Off Your Love by Kill Paris. So for not a third guest and J Delta, I am Jimmy Time. Please remember, without the mistakes of others, we'd be forced to endure the pain of failure. Ourselves support the arts. The preceding recording is for entertainment purposes only, and the views expressed in this podcast do not necessarily represent the views of Why Would You Make This, its owners, employees, or associates.